What's up, everybody? How you doing? So the Black Phone. We're gonna talk about it again. All right. So welcome to Horror Hangout. I am the Punk Rock Dad. I appreciate your time. Thank you for hanging out with me. So we got the Black Phone earlier this month. I was waiting on this movie for like a year. I really like Ethan Hawke and Scott Derrickson. The guy that directed it also did The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Excuse me, and also he did Doctor Strange and I think Sinister. So I'm a fan of his work, and I was excited about this. This is like a was based on a Joe Hill short story, and I really like Joe Hill a lot. Hell, I like him better than I do Stephen King. Whatever, neither here nor there. But I appreciate Joe Hill's work, especially owning a comic book store. Man, I used to sell his stuff. I used to really mess with him hard, dude. I like Joe Hill, so I was excited for this movie. I went and saw it when it came out, and I just took a doo-doo on it, man. I hated it. I didn't like it at all. I called it the worst horror movie that I had seen in like the last 3 years. I think everything deserves a second chance. Or not everything, but most things. If you murder somebody, you don't deserve a second chance necessarily. Maybe you do. That's not my job to figure that out, so I'm not gonna. But most films deserve a second chance. And I think what I'm gonna start doing when a movie comes out that I've been waiting on a long time, or that gets a lot of attention really quick, I think I'm gonna watch it twice before I make a review video. Because no, I'm not. I'm just gonna do what I want to do, man. It's my channel. I can do whatever I want. I'm not whatever, dude. Like, either watch the videos or don't. It's up to you guys, man. I certainly want you to, but I'm not gonna force you to do it, obviously, right? But I will make additional videos if needed, like this one, because I went and watched it again intentionally. I just kept seeing positive stuff, and I thought, okay, man, what did I miss about this movie? So I went and watched it again. 7 o'clock on a Tuesday by myself in the theater, pretty much. Took some notes, and so we're going to talk about it for a few more minutes. So thank you for hanging out. If you like this kind of stuff, man, make sure and give us a thumbs up, comment on the videos, all that jazz. Let me know what you think about the movies that we're talking about. Let me know if you have any requests. Patron members get requests granted like quickly. Anything like that that you want to, you want to be a part of, you let me know. We'll take care of you. Okay. Otherwise, just thanks for being here. I do appreciate your time. So I wrote a bunch of notes. I'll tell you what, if you haven't seen The Black Phone yet, you might want to bounce, because I want to talk about the movie's plot quite a bit. I'm talking about some of the story quite a bit, and I'm probably gonna talk about the ending a little bit. And I'm not gonna make this a really, really long video. I'm gonna try to keep it under 15 minutes, I'm hoping. So but I don't want you to get upset with me telling you something that you didn't know about the film if you haven't seen it yet. I'll tell you like this, though. If you watched my first video, this isn't going to vary too far from it. I don't think it's as bad as I said it was the first time. I'll get that out of the way right now. The second viewing has improved my opinion on the movie. I won't say dramatically, but a fair amount. So one thing I was thinking about was like, man, my opinions aside, I bet Stephen King's really proud of this. Because again, my opinions aside, the movie was a well-made movie. Nothing that I had a problem with was about the like visual movie or the audio. It was like technically well made. My problems were with like the story and things like that. So let's get into that. So, the opening scene of this movie, it felt like Dazed and Confused. It really did, like in a good way. I liked it. Second viewing was pretty helpful. I liked it quite a bit more. I still have a lot of gripes, so let's get into those. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling. I'm trying to figure out how to talk about this movie. I don't mean to be disrespectful at all. At least not this time. The first time I talked about it, I definitely didn't give a crap, and I was just fine being disrespectful about it. How stupid can you get, right? It is what it is, dude. Some people don't like it, and some people do. Okay. The dialogue at the beginning of the movie, and you can't know this without watching it a second time, is very much improved because you get to know there's a lot of foreshadowing, a lot of clues given that made me enjoy the first like 15 minutes just a whole lot more. I like the intro. This movie is very very Silence of the Lambs inspired, and I don't think I like that about it. I think that's part of the. Anyways, um, and the movie starts off really strong, and as it goes on, it just starts to lose me a little bit, man. Like the ending, I just don't like the end of this movie, man. The last 10 minutes, the last like couple of minutes are really just bad. They messed up huge in the end of this movie. They messed up the way that it all happens. Um, one of the things that I had talked about in the first video is how much I couldn't stand the main character, Finney. Still hate that name. Still don't like him much. Okay. Still don't like him. But I'm okay with self-reflection. Like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay learning and changing things, right? So I wrote down, maybe the reason I hate Finney so much is because I see more of my younger self in him than I want to admit. Because I was bullied a lot, right? I fought back more than he did, but I was definitely scared a lot. And maybe that's why I hate him so much, is I'm looking at myself as a younger person, and I was kind of a coward. Even though I fought back, I was still cowardly, okay? Like, I would run more often than I would like to tell you guys, because, I mean, well, first off, who wants to fight 3 kids at once? Like, I sure as shit didn't. But I was also not a big person, never have been. I'm 5'7" right now. I'm not a big dude. So, like, you know, when the big football player guys run up on you, start pushing you on the ground, kicking you, you tend to get up and run if you have to, you know? So maybe I just was looking in the mirror a little bit and didn't like what I saw, you know? And that's okay. That doesn't mean I'm going to change my mind and suddenly like him. That just means maybe that's why it is, you know? I wanted to know more about the dad. His character seemed to be a reasonable part of the story, and he confused the crap out of me. They didn't tell you why he was behaving the way that he did. Apparently, his wife, something happened to her, but you don't really know what. You can't tell if he's just a drunk piece of shit or if he's a guy that's just hitting a rough patch. And I don't like the way it's very confusing and muddy the way he's portrayed in this film. You know, but so when the grabber, this is just a question I had. I'm just reading off my phone, so just, you know, it is what it is. So when the grabber takes the kids, he sprays the stuff. What is it he spraying in their mouth? I couldn't figure it out. Like, maybe I just missed something, but I couldn't tell what it was. So like, here's a thing. Okay, so I wrote that thing about the Finney and then looking in the mirror and all that shit, right? And then a few minutes later, he stands there and watches his sister get beat. Fuck all that, dude. I literally got my ass kicked by my dad for defending my sister in a very, very, very similar situation, dude. That's a reason why I can't stand this character, man. I don't care what anybody thinks about it. I don't care if you, yeah, but blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but what, man? You don't let your sister get beat by like that, man. I don't care how little you are. If you're her older brother, you take up for your sister, man. That is your job. I got a 9-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter. He's already had to do it once, man. You take up for your sister. You do it. We were at the mini mall where I have a little store, and this kid called her some names, and my son just grabbed him by the throat and choked him. That's what you do, man. You take care of your sister, bro. Now, I don't think he should have necessarily choked the kid. He should have told him first, I'm going to choke you if you don't shut the fuck up. But he just went straight to action. He's not a talker, man. But maybe that's why I hate him so much. So after he's taken, right? First off, the little tough kid, I can't remember his name. There's no way he would have just walked around the back of the store, as street smart as he was, and seen this van and got in. Like, that shit is bananas, dude. It's so lazy writing. That's the problem I have with this movie, is that this is a short story turned into a whole feature-length film, right? And it's 102 minutes of film, not 75, 80, 90. So there's a lot of lazy writing in this, and it drives me nuts, man. Ethan Hawke brings him and I'll give him some credit here too. I'm not going to just shit on the movie. He brings him the food, and he's like, "What's in the eggs?" And he just goes, "Salt and pepper." And then he looks at the kid. He says, "You're already down here. What do I need to drug you for?" Yo, that was so scary, bro. That was so fucking scary. I felt like the phone calls, because, you know, in the movie they talk about how the grabber he hears them, but he says he doesn't. I don't think he hears them. I think it's all made up. I think all the phone calls are made up, and the grabber's crazy, and the kid knows that, and I think that's why he's hearing the phone. I think the phone thing's a made up thing. I don't think it's real. I don't think it's I sure as shit don't understand. My buddy Hugh say that he thought it was spiritual. I don't think any of this is spiritual. The little girl is talking to Jesus a little bit, but I don't take that and make that mean that the movie's spiritual and that the stuff happening was like some kind of spiritual entity influencing him and informing him on things. I personally didn't see that or understand that. Now, if you do, that's cool. I'm not trying to say that you're necessarily wrong or I'm right, because that, I think it might even be just a subjective thing that you got to come up with your own feeling about, right? I didn't particularly see that. And I went in this one looking for that because I was like, man, I don't understand what he's talking about. I still didn't see it. So maybe I just missed something. I'm not always there, you know? Everything that he does to escape is fucking stupid, man. All of it. Flushing a bunch of dirt down the toilet would not work. It wouldn't work. Have you ever put something in a toilet that sinks to the bottom? Sure, we all have at some point. But like a bunch of dirt, like over, like, okay, a handful of dirt, maybe even like a bucket of dirt. Maybe. Dude, that kid had like mountains of dirt. Come on, bro. The window thing. There's no way that would have happened. And it certainly wouldn't happen like that. Okay. And he comes downstairs. He doesn't see the window thing broken. I just don't believe it. And I understand this is a film, and I'm being a logical moviegoer here, but I also didn't like the film. So I'm a little more nitpicky and judgy than I normally would be, right? If I liked it a whole lot, I wouldn't care about any of this stuff, would I? That's just human nature, man. We're flawed people. I'm certainly flawed. Yo, how the fuck you gonna get out of the house, escape, and run away, and then get caught again? Bro, I'd have ran up in somebody's house so quick. I'd have just run up through a door, bust through a window, something, bro. You're not catching me again. I'm telling you, this main kid sucks, dude. He is the worst fucking character, man. And then he's breaking the wall with like the top of the toilet as if Ethan Hawke wouldn't have heard. Why you ain't just get that toilet thing and sit up against the wall? When he comes in the room, ping, you're done, bro. Because it's terrible writing and it's stupid. That's why. Because the kid's a pussy. That's really what it was. And then like the choreographed phone fight. Jump back, jump forward, jump back, swing. Yo, what? What? Come on, man. And I understand that he's a pitcher, so he had a good arm, right? I get that. It was laid up in the front. I kind of thought that was in the first time I watched it, I kind of was there, but I wasn't really. This time I really noticed a bunch of more things that they were saying. And I get it. He's a pitcher, got a strong arm. Your arm is mint, bro. I get it. I understand that. So you could throw hard, so you could probably throw a punch hard. But this kid's a bitch. He's never fought in his life. How is he throwing punches like this? How is he hitting Ethan Hawke? He's not. It's so dumb. So what I was thinking is like if I was in control of this, right? What they should have done, in my opinion, is when he's down, and I haven't read the short story, so I need to read the short story. Maybe you know what? I wish I had done that now. Because look, again, I may watch it 2 more times and end up being like, you know what? I was wrong, dude. 9 out of 10. This shit is subject to change, bro. If you don't like my opinion, it's okay. And it also might change. So just calm down. Okay. Take a deep breath. I'll tell you, like I tell my kids, take a breath. You okay? It's not that hard. Okay. It's just calm down. Not that serious. You all right? Okay. Daddy loves you. All right. All right. Go play. All right. Anyways, what I was thinking is it would have been cooler because he's not a strong heart. He's not like he doesn't suddenly turn into a superhero, man. That's not how this shit works. I think it would have been cool if they had gotten him to maybe come up with something intelligent because he seemed to be clearly smart. He was helping his buddy with tutoring, right? So use that. Take that, make him think of something cool. Maybe use the thing that they were talking about with the floor and all that shit. Okay, use all that, but to escape, have Ethan Hawke, who's clearly, dude, 5 times, let's say 3.5 times bigger than that kid. Dude, that kid's not hitting him like that, man. So have him run after him because he's got a bum leg. Because he fell in the hole, hurt his leg. Kid does something smart. Maybe he socks him with something, gets away, runs. Boom. Runs out the door. He runs out the door. As soon as he's running out the door, his sister sees him, runs across the street. Ethan Hawke comes running out behind him. It starts to slide. Cops are like, freeze. Like, yo, it's the grabber. Get him. They grab the grabber. Or even better, so they can do the grab the grabber. He goes to jail, right? Maybe he gets off on technicality or something like that. Go boom, it's like a movie, right? Or freeze. He's like, oh shit. He slides to a stop. Boom, boom, boom. They start shooting at him, right? Dude, hit him in the shoulder. He turns around and falls on the floor. As they start to holster their guns because they think, oh, we killed him. He gets up and burns out to the house. Runs to the house, slams some kind of door. He's got some contraption, right? That'll slam, boom, in between him and in the living room. He can get the back door. I'm telling you, bro. All day I got these ideas. I'm telling you, better story, man. Better ending. Because the end of this movie sucks ass. So, but all that being said, I do appreciate the visual of the movie. I thought it was really pretty. Like just the wash they used, the color palette they used. The acting was pretty solid. The music was really good. I liked it better this time around than I did the first time around. But this is a very similar thing with like Maleficent. The the end of the movie is really what gets me mad, because I was all the way, even in this one, all the way up to the end of the movie, I was like, okay, I think I might have just been harping too hard on this kid, but the end of the movie is so fucking bad. It's hard to nail a landing, though. You know what I'm saying? Stephen King's not known for making endings of movies really good, so I guess I can't really, Anyways, it's about 15 minutes. I'm gonna say that I gave it like a 1 out of 10, I think. Oh, one more thing that I wanted to mention real quick. Oh, his brother Max is familiar. Um, oh, the misdirect at the end where she calls the cops is such a direct Silence of the Lambs ripoff. I mean, it's a great movie to rip off, but like, come on, man, it's been done a million times. Um, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my other video. And again, credit where credit's due. They had two very well timed jump scares. They got me both times in both viewings, man. I was like, son of a bitch. It was good. It was good. There is some good to like about this. I do, upon second watch, I do feel like Josh is probably going to like this. I can't remember if Chris saw it or not, but I won't fault them if they do. I understand why Hugh likes it now. I just don't. My main beef is the kid. At this point, I've watched it twice. My main beef is still the kid. I don't like him. He wasn't a character that I can get behind. I don't have any empathy for him, man. I like his sister a lot. She was cool as fuck. That little girl was awesome. She was the best part of the whole movie, in my opinion. Her and Ethan Hawke, of course. But let me find out real fast. His brother Max, what was he from, dude? He was so familiar. Let's see, cast. Okay, James. Oh wow, that's that guy. Oh damn, he's in. Is he in Your Next? I think. Mr. Right. I didn't realize he was in that. I thought he was, maybe he's in Your Next. He's in It. Let's see. Prom Night. Inside Man. I didn't know he's in. That's a good movie. I thought he was in Your Next. I guess I'm wrong. But he was somebody I recognized immediately. Sinister. Sinister 2. It 2. Black Phone. Mr. Right. I really thought he was in. What is his name? James Ranson? Is it called Your Next? Is that the movie I'm thinking of? Yeah, You're Next. Okay. Chemist. Huh. I must be thinking of a completely different person. That's weird. Anyway, sorry to take up more of your time for that nonsense. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to grow this channel. We're trying to get monetized so I can start really creating some crazy content. I hope I'll get a studio here pretty soon. This isn't my first channel. I got a different channel that's a little bigger, so it'll encompass all the channels. But I appreciate the movie more than I did the first time. On a grade of 1 to 10, I think at this point I have to give it like a 5, like a middle of the road. Like, it's well made. The music's good. The acting was solid. For all the kids in the movie, the acting wasn't just terrible. There was just enough stuff in it that I just can't seem to get over, that I won't give it like a glowing score. But I think I'll go like 5 out of 10. It definitely doesn't deserve to be called the worst movie. It isn't as bad as *Malignant*, and it certainly isn't as bad as *Halloween Kills*. My mistake. Okay. Anyways, love you guys, dude. So many people got so bad, bro. They're just like, man, this movie's fucking amazing. Look, dude, if you think the movie's amazing, you probably also like Halloween Kills. It's okay if you like terrible movies, okay? See you in the next video. Peace.